So this is our project for ENS 6146 instrumentation and measurement unit. So we have built a portable monitoring system for our greenhouse, which should be eventually powered by solar panel. But for now, due to budget constraints, it is being powered by DC adapter through mains. Now moving on to the project over here. This is a project. So the heart of our project, the main controller, is the Arduino UNO, which is the controller which uses an 8 mega over here microprocessor. Then for display purposes, we are using a 4x20 LCD, and the logic circuit is right over here, which is a simple one with a 5-volt bus and a ground bus and a couple of LEDs. To make pin out easier, we have used ITC port expander, which converts 16 pins of LCD to just 4 pins. And we have a rain sensor that detects rain and notifies the user, so any precautionary measures can be taken. A rain control circuit was used, which is a built-in circuit. A rain sensor is made up of parallel resistances. As you can see, these are parallel resistance over here. It's powered by 5-volt DC, and when it detects the drop of the raindrops, it changes the resistances. That change in resistance is fed back as an analog voltage. Resistance drop is fed back as an analog voltage to the controller, which detects whether it is changes the value in the DC. It also uses a digital controller, which is going right over here, this red one over here. A 1-0 logic sensitivity can be set with this potentiometer, that about how many water drops or the quantity of water drop, the logic will change from 0 to 1. That's what we have used in our project, the digital port. This one over here is an LDR. We are using a light dependent resistor to measure the intensity of light. Now what we have is temperature and humidity sensor over here, which measures the temperature and humidity of the environment. A serial Wi-Fi module, which will transmit the data wirelessly. And these two LEDs, this LED will denote whether it is daytime, or this one blue will denote whether it is nighttime. So over here on this corner, we have got a barometric pressure sensor, which measures the altitude the greenhouse is situated in and the current air pressure. It can be used for portable greenhouses as well, detecting the altitudes. So these are our sensors and our circuitry. Now coming to the working, this is our LCD display. Currently it shows that it is 35 meters above. We are 35 meters above sea level, 35 or 36. It has almost an error around 3 to 4 meters. We checked it from internet sources, our current location and GPS, and we are currently at 32 meters, and that's the variation of the value with the current atmospheric pressure. And then we have the room temperature over here, which is currently 23.80 degrees with the current humidity. And the lux is given for the internal, and currently the rain center is detecting no rain. Then we have a soil moisture. We missed the soil moisture, which is connected over here in the greenhouse plant. It detects the moisture in the soil as a percentage. So coming on to the working of the circuitry, this rain circuit, first it will detect the drops of water. We'll be first taking some drops. The current value is, as currently you can see, as there is no rain, the LCD reads no rain. And let's just introduce some water onto the rain sensor. So there are, as you can see, some drops, and the value has changed to raining. So as the resistance changes, the voltage drop changes, and it detects that it is raining. The sensitivity, again, as I said, can be changed with the potentiometer. So the next is whether we are detecting daytime or the nighttime, which is also denoted by this light, which denotes daytime, and that LED over there denotes nighttime. And the lux also changes with it. So LDR detects the amount of light it falls, and it changes its resistance with it. If I put my thumb on it, it will change the amount of light that's going on it. And naturally, the light, it would detect sunlight, but for now, we'll be using the thumb. and if I just press my thumb, so we can see the lux have dropped quite significantly, and the LED over there has changed from orange to blue, denoting that it's nighttime. Now if I remove my thumb, the LED changes back, denoting the daytime, and my lux have again increased. So again, the temperature and humidity sensors are giving us values 23.80 and 34.86 humidity. That is the wireless transmitter transferring, and then we have over here a barometric pressure sensor giving our values of altitude and pressure. The soil moisture, we realized that it was quite inaccurate. Its value, as you can see, is changing quite significantly between 24, 23, 28. Roughly speaking, it has an error of around 10%. As you can see, if I take this one out over here from this one, and the value over here on the LCD has now fallen to 7%. Ideally it should fall to 0%. It is not. So if I insert the same rain sensor into it, now the value is fluctuating around 99 and 100%. But then again, if I take this out, technically my value should have been 0, but we have realized that it has quite a good amount of error in it. So that's all from our project, and that's it.